Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. Today we're continuing part 3 of top end kit on the Chevy 350. First episode I cleaned it and prepped it, showed you the parts, Vortec heads, new cam. Second episode we tore the top end down. Each one of those was like one garage session, and then in between that last one and now I've just been cleaning the mating surfaces. Took one of those finger roll lock discs to these, and then just used elbow grease, WD-40 and Scotch-Brite pads to clean where the heads meet. I also cleaned the carbon deposits off the top of the cylinder heads. I'm going to show you now. When the heads came off, if you look at the prior episode, there's lots of ghosting from the previous material. And I've taken and I've cleaned off most of it. It's especially important around the cylinders where the mating surfaces are, the water jackets or whatever. So these are clean, the tops of the pistons are clean, and it's ready. Now these Vortec heads, they're definitely a higher compression. You can see it's flat here, whereas the other heads had an indent and the combustion chamber was much bigger. It was 78 cc's or something ridiculous compared to this 64 cc head. And you can tell the 64s because they have this sawtooth pattern on the edge of them. Sort of the desirable version of the Vortec heads. And these come shipped with a protective film, as they should. So I'm just using some acetone to wipe it down with these blue shop towels. So I'll probably also blow this off and then maybe touch it up with a tack cloth. Here are the heads, here are the head gaskets, Felpro head gaskets. And just judging from the way they look, I'm going to guess that they go this side, the Felpro side up. Hopefully that's correct. And Chevy heads, like many other small block heads, are kind of universal. The side doesn't really matter. But they are heavy. That side's in, that side's in. Oh, we got a dangler. We got a dangler. Alright, ARP head bolts, open these things up. This is part number 1343601. Oh, and I got a sticker. Okay, it comes with fastener assembly lubricant, washers and bolts. Ta-da! There's a slight chamfer on the inside. Faces the bolt head. Don't want to drop these. Comes with this lubricant. That needs to go, according to instructions, underneath the head of the washers. The head of the bolt and the washers. It's kind of a dirty job here. So I'm going to do that for each one and then come back. Should have read the instructions. So apparently, you're supposed to clean the threads of the engine block and clean the bolts and solvent before you apply thread sealer. I'm not dumb enough to have not cleaned the threads. I just never went through and washed them out with solvent, which is good because this is what I got on this white nylon, formerly white nylon brush. Why is thread sealant necessary? Because all of the head bolts in a small block Chevy go into water jacket. This is pretty boring, but basically you wipe it on there, I think you're supposed to even it out with your finger because you don't want it so much that it gets pulled off and into your lubricant that you just put on the washer and the head. Only like 30 more to go. If it's your first time doing this and you're thinking to yourself, how much of this focus thread sealer am I supposed to put on? Don't worry, it's in the instructions. See, just apply an adequate amount. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now, get my torque wrench. This is a highly calibrated torque wrench. It's it's from the steel capital of the United States, Pittsburgh, and it is a Pittsburgh Pro torque wrench. There's a million of these online for a Chevy, but you basically go 1, 2, 3, 4. You go like that. And I don't know these by heart, so let's put them up here. So 1, that's this one. 2. Do the first sequence. Jack this precision Ferrari of a torque wrench up to 44. And we're going to do it again. 1. All right, round 3. Jack it up to 66. 70. Oh, man. Woo, no. And look, I'm sorry for the noise. I've got the heater on in here. My son's playing drums. The house heater's humming. Just wait. Wait till I get the new shop. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. So you take these lifters. The lifters have holes in them. They're hydraulic flat tappet lifters, all right? So you definitely never want to load these into an engine dry, okay? And you just glug. I'm going to install the sprocket before I do the camshaft. Use this keyway for 2 degrees advance. Why would I'm not going to do advance. Or should I? No, I'm going to go straight up. He bait me straight up. All right. See, this says it would have an A, an R, or for advanced, but it doesn't. It's got a diamond, a dot. Through the power of the internet, I was able to find the 3-way. So the dot is straight up. It's just a tappy tap thing. Assembly lube. There's no right amount, there's no wrong amount, just an adequate amount. So I'm gonna start using that word a lot more, especially around the house. How was dinner, hun? Just adequate. I thought there was a lot more to this whole engine thing. I'm not saying I'm doing it right. Please don't misunderstand me, because I have no idea how this is going to turn out. All I'm saying is, there's not a lot of parts to this thing. Could use a longer handle, I'm not going to lie. But we got there. Dots are aligned. Hey, I always worried about the dots being aligned. It's not hard. Really, trust me, it's just, you can't screw it up. I was always worried about screwing that up. Okay, so you're like, man, you should have gotten roller lifters, man. Look, that stuff, it only matters in a high revving, high horsepower engine. Really, I mean, just watch that Engine Master show. You'll see, you just watch where they start the RPM on those engines. It's like, they start at 4,000. If I'm running this Scout at 4,000 RPM, I am evading the law. You know what I'm saying? You remember last episode I said I hadn't tapped this in since 1997, this Woodruff key? Well, I put it back in, and then I went to put the balancer on. I realized this thing's too marred to reuse. I should have known, like my instincts say, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't perfect. And then I was like, I gotta take this out. Yeah, getting it out this time was not easy. I mangled the snot out of it. So I gotta go get another one. But other than that Woodruff key incident, it was a great day. Got the heads on, I got the cam in, I got the timing chain on. Next, I just gotta keep going with the timing chain cover, manifold, oil pan. Sorry, my brain's not working. All the gaskets and everything. I gotta find the mechanical block-off plate for the mechanical pump. I gotta go get the paint for this. So lots to do for another day. See you next time on Matt's Garage.